that I feel like is deciders is Tarzan on the brats, being able to possibly counter the Ballmon. Like you said, get in my belly and then spit them out, and then possibly, you know, secure the objectives.
You know, wait 1 second, because we are now jumping into game 4. For anyone just coming in, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Valley up against Team Ackerman in a best of 5. The current score, the Valley holds 2 games and Ackerman hold 1. Now, G, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that Yuzong. I think it could even work more here, not only because of being able to get past Shark, being able to get past Zane, but there's a few squishies for him to go after. Fried chicken on this, not only it's not only gonna be basic, but it's also gonna be possibly fried chicken if he can find that petrify and get those knockups. Could be huge in the middle stages of this game. You're actually already moving on to Fried, ganging up with Shen. This is something they did last game a little bit. It didn't quite work against the Dairos, but maybe it could work better this time.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe putting a full focus onto an XP lane instead of the gold lane might be something they do decide on the side of Ackerman, but we are seeing, I don't know, definitely, I mean, Ackerman got that Lethal Wander there, so that was a good play. I think it's going to, again, like I was saying, it's going to come down to how Tarzan plays this Brats. If they can really lock down mobazane. And again, I feel like Ackerman really needs to set an objective, you know, like, do they really want to go for an XP lane? Are they going to be rotating into the gold lane? I do feel like they're a little bit all over the place sometimes. And I feel like that's kind of what's causing a little mishap in their lineup. Both teams look really good, though.
Yeah, I think Ackerman could definitely do well if they tighten up a bit, find a target, go in on it. Fried chicken may just be it. Fried chicken's trying to come back in. Brilliance comes out, not enough. Fried chicken goes down. Hoon able to escape, and this is only a second before the first turtle of this game. Tarzan, mobazane having a bit of a face-up here, though. Ureshii putting some damage onto Hoon on the top side, able to get the passive. Hoon brought down pretty low, but Tarzan tries to move in onto Zane there. Turtle's welcome comes out. Zane does get the turtle, but he's going to get spin against the wall. gosu with the heavy spin. This could be bad for Zane. Zane does go down. Tarzan picks up the kill, so he pays with his life for the first turtle of the game, and Ackerman comes out on top.
I mean, Ackerman did lose the turtle, but they were able to secure that pick onto mobazane, which I feel is kind of a good trade. That's something you want to go on. And Ackerman is kind of doing what I was saying, you know, like they picked an objective. They had an ideal, take out chicken. I feel like Ureshi's been having a little bit of a trouble with chicken, and doing that kind of sets up Ureshii to snowball a little bit. Now, the next aspect that we'll be kind of looking at is Zia on this Ethereal. Are they going to do really good at it or not? I mean, it's going to come down to it, but they're definitely showing tons of presence into the top lane here, T-Rex.
Most definitely. Zane now moving on to Gals here, trying to bring that presence into the jungle of Ackerman. Orange buff is up, ready to be stolen by the Valley, and it looks like Tarzan may be a little late to this party. mobazane continues to work on it. gosu with the heavy spin, able to keep Zane away from that orange buff. Zane may go down. Pass, forced to go under the tower, but he's in a bad spot. gosu picks up the kill. Hoon could be next. Way too deep. Tarzan finds another one. 2 down for the side of the Valley. They tried to steal, but they were caught like thieves in the night. Ackerman still coming out on top, 4-0.
The thieves in the night. I feel like mobazane's definitely something like that. They're trying to utilize the Ballmon to its fullest capabilities by trying to steal a lot of Ackerman's jungle. And mobazane is 0-2-0 right now, struggling quite a bit. You know, Shark's trying to give that presence, but I feel like Shark's kind of everywhere as well. So we'll see. We do have a pause on the side of Ackerman here. And it looks like we're going back into the game here. So I mean, again, like you were saying, they're going to have to make some of these plays just a little bit different. If they can secure some of the objectives, as we can already see, the turtle is up, but mobazane is invading hard. Not at the turtle just yet. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, Basic hasn't died yet. Basic does also have Killing Spree, which is interesting as well. But a heavy spin.
Oh, nice heavy spin on a Shark. Shark uses a wild charge, trying to get away from this. Ackerman doesn't bother. They want the objective. They want the gold. They want to try to keep this lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking, I mean, team fight-wise, Ackerman is blowing it out of the water right now. The Petrify Connect.
Daytona's welcome. Zane gonna go down here. Cutie picks up that one. Basic just trying to defend with all he can, but it's still not enough. 5-0, G. This is a huge lead for the side of Ackerman. Luckily, though, the Valley does do a good job at keeping that goal deficit to a minimum.
Yeah, I mean, even though it is 5-0, we are seeing Zia now taking a tower, which now this is, I feel like when the snowball happens, because now Zia can rotate out of that lane, participate in more team fights, and then kind of farm freely, you know? So we'll see how they can respond, but to be honest, it only takes one Lord to change the tide of a battle once again, ureshii.
Yeah, ureshii getting a little ganged up here, but he has the Black Dragons, who's going to be able to get away seamlessly. Not a problem. Zane wasting a little bit more time there. He's been trying to make up for that loss, and my worry is that maybe he's trying a little too hard. I mean, he's gone in for some invades, made some choices that just didn't add up, and the pressure is on him right now, but the Valley does not stop. They know their only choice, right, or it seems their only choice right now is to keep on being aggressive, even at a deficit. We want to come in. We want to try to take what we can from you.
Yeah, you got to give it up to Cutie, always giving the vision. 2-0-2 as their roam right now, and we do see a conceal play. Not quite sure what was going down there, but again, the Valley is kind of like focusing and herding around mobazane because of the pressure. ureshii just eating away at Chicken's HP though.
Yeah, Chicken definitely not having the best mid-game right now. We are coming into 6 or 7 minutes. Another tower taken away from the Valley. Tarzan going to start working on this turtle, but Zane knows he has to be careful. He gets too close. Daytona's welcome is there to welcome you. He decides to not even do it. Cutie, though, comes in with a heavy spin. Turtle does go to the side of Ackerman once again. We went from 1,000, 2,000 to 3,000 gold lead for the side of Ackerman now. Cutie comes in. Brilliance comes out from Hoon, but ureshii has a Black Dragon form into the backside. Wild charge to knock him up, but the tower continues to be worked on. Ackerman wants more. Tarzan tays under the tower, takes a couple shots, but he's tanky enough to be able to handle it. The tower stands tall. Basic now in the boss side, trying to gain some ground somewhere on the map for the Valley, and does secure that tower.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of what they need. They need a little bit of the towers. They have to take some of these first-tier towers away and take that escapability away from the side of Ackerman. But again, the score is still 5-0. Ackerman's team fights right now are just phenomenal. I'm not quite sure what's going on with mobazane, but the level difference between Tarzan and mobazane is just it's gapped right now. So he, again, like you were saying, he has to like stay away from some of these fights. He's not able to get in there on those objectives and possibly get a steal. All he has to do is he's made so many mistakes in the early game, and overextending has to continue to farm. That's the only way to possibly come back here.
You know, I think a lot of people came into this series thinking it was going to be a sweep, thinking it was going to be a 3-1, but at this point, we may just go to game 5. Very hype about it. Ackerman has stepped up so much from what we saw, you know, a month ago, 2 months ago, where they were having so much trouble with the Valley. And yes, the games they lose against the Valley, it is a rough loss, but right now they have picked up the pieces. They've risen for the occasion, and they are bringing the smoke. ureshii comes in with the Black Dragon, not letting Zane or Fried Chicken get anything from that. Shen is also here to help out. Only 6 seconds till Lord G.
Yeah, and I mean, if this game can get into the late game, possibly the Valley could come back because they do have a lot of damage from Hoon and Chicken and Basic, but it's going to come down to it. We haven't seen any really plays done by Super Shark yet right now, so that's also another one. They are trying to zone in to the Lord, but the Ackerman is zoning them out.
Yeah, there's not much they can do right now, and the Valley knows it. You are right, there is some late game potential for the Valley, though, right? There are some possibilities. Basic, luckily, has not taken a single death. Shark, though, almost gets pinned down. Zia with a flicker, able to take him out. Shark not going to get away from that one, and that is a kill right before Lord comes. 20 seconds on the death counter. Minions will be coming soon, G.
I mean, it's kind of looking like last game. They're just taking trades and blows, but it's 6-0 right now, and I might be a rapper, but I didn't know it. The Lord is barreling down.
The Lord is barreling down.
No, I mean, what we got to see here is that they got to turtle up, you know. Sharks having some trouble getting some assists, and I think it just attributes to what we were saying in the very early game. We needed to see gosu on a tank that utilized and does sets, and I mean, with the Lord barreling down here, T-Rex, can they defend?
I mean, that's the question, right? The Lord is in town. He's barreling down, but have no fear because Ackerman's here, ready to attack. The Valley trying to defend. gosu does come in. Brilliance comes out from Hoon. Maybe a little bit too early there, so we will not have that ultimate as a utility. They're able to work down onto that Lord, though, so they lose nothing too major. Not only that, but they relieve pressure from these minion waves, so Ackerman doesn't really get a lot out of that. They are holding a slight gold lead here, though. Not just a slight, but 6,000. We still have a minute and a half until the next Lord comes up, and Ackerman is going to take this nice in slow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, there's that damage. There's the damage that we're going to need to watch out for from Basic. That could be scary. Ackerman, I think, still needs to hold it tight and not let anyone get caught off like that again.
Definitely. And like I was saying, it could possibly come into the late game because Brats can fall off at that point. And if Balmont gets tanky enough, can get into some of those key objectives. And the same goes for Super Shark, you know. That was the set we needed to see, and it actually paid off. Tarzan is level 15, though. And that is a severe XP difference from a lot of the side of the Valley. We're looking at 10, 12, 12, 11, and 11. If Tarzan gets into any of these fights, it's gonna spell like destroying the Valley. So that's, you can see that they're just keeping that distance and not wanting to get into any unnecessary fights, but get the pick.
Ooh. Not only that, but now Fried Chicken dies off cam. Zia able to pick it up 2-0-1. Now, yes, Basic is scaling, but the thing is so is Zia. And I think Ackerman feels very comfortable fighting for these objectives. They found what they need to deal with Zane, and we've seen it. Every objective so far, every single neutral objective, Zane hasn't even forced his way in. He's worried. He's scared. He knows if he goes in there, it is a problem. So he needs Shark. He needs Hoon. He needs someone else to open up the space for him. Now, though, Lord is getting worked on, and Shark is trying to open up that space. But Shen and gosu are here to deal with Zane as Hoon and Zane work around this top wall, trying to get in. But ureshii's also going to zone away. There's no way in. This Lord will go to the side of Ackerman. Maybe the Valley will find an answer. But Zane's pinned to the wall once again, taking a bit of damage. ureshii goes down to Basic, though. Some nice poke damage from the backside. So the Valley answer. They find something. ureshii goes a little too deep there, and this could buy Valley the breath they need. It's going to be a little bit of time until Lord comes back in 20 seconds until ureshii is on the map. Can they pair it up? Will ureshii be here in time for this push?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, ureshii's definitely a little bit of the weak link right now on Ackerman. Is getting some key plays with the Black Dragon, but again, the Valley, they're just trying to hold out to that late game, like I said. But a set on Tarzan.
Yeah, but Zia also comes in, the counterplay. Daytona's welcome does lock on a Shark there. Fried Chicken looking for something. Basic also, but the pin is there. Shark goes down. Killing spree over to Tarzan, but Basic finds Zia, who now also a little bit too deep. Zane is here to help clear things up. Tarzan able to walk away, but Lord is still coming on the bot side. The Valley making their way down there as Ackerman maybe rotates to the mid in the top. They just need an inhibitor. Lord has found one for them. Can they find another? Zane is going to try to clear these ways, but he's all alone. He needs to be careful. Tarzan is backed off, and it seems like the rest of Ackerman will do the same. How far can they creep, though, into this late game without it being too much of a problem?
I mean, it's just hard right now. As you can see that the Ackerman just has so many escape possibilities with so many turrets available. You know, I mean, they only have one turret down on Ackerman's side. So the Valley, if they can secure just one Lord, can clean up a lot of the map, and you know, that'd change some tides. But the problem is that Ackerman is zoning out the Valley so well. There's a set right there on a Super Shark.
Shark does get petrified there, but is able to walk away safely. So we lose some utility on the side of Ackerman. No more heavy spin, but they do have plenty of time until they need to use it again. Now, weak links. Ureshii, yes, doing he's not like being the playmaster, but I can argue he's doing a little bit better than Fried Chicken this game. Normally, Fried Chicken is one of the stars of the team, and he has just been punished left and right, unable to come in. No big knockups with those enhanced chains. I think for the Valley really to come out on top in this game, we need to see some of those combo CC plays. We need to see, you know, the enhanced chains paired up. We need to see Shark hit that huge wild charge so that Basic can actually get in there. Because right now, the only time Basic gets a kill is when ureshii goes too deep.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that I'm seeing from Ackerman is that they're just giving the Valley breathing room, you know? They're not being super aggressive. They're kind of, you know, trying to get into bushes and get picks, but the game doesn't seem to be like a pick game, you know? They're just giving that room for the Valley to breathe, and that could be a problem.
Definitely be a problem. Basic and the rest of the team hiding out. They know Tarzan's going to start in this, and that's what he's doing. So he's just going to continue on to it. But they need to try to get the Lord, I think, to their side of this river. They want to create as much space between them and Zane as possible. Gals Cutie also coming in. Zane trying to make the move here now. Gals Cutie does have the heavy spin. We just got to wait for it. Waiting for the possible knockup. They're going to zone onto Zane. Daytona's welcome. Catches nothing. Zane back in. Will get pinned, but Gals Cutie goes down. Tarzan takes the Lord, but Gals Cutie falls. It's 5 members still up on the side of the Valley, and now they're moving in. Shen will be next, along with Zia. Main Hoon finds him. This is a huge wipe for the side of Ackerman. Tarzan all alone, and it's a 5-man wipe. 40-second death counters on the board. Can the Valley finish this game here? The tower goes down. I don't think Ackerman can finish this. The emotes are coming out. Zane, Shark have moved in. Immortality pops, but there's nothing Ackerman can do. The Valley take game 3 with a quick finish at 17 minutes.
Wow. What a comeback right there. The Valley taking it, and just that, I mean, that they lost the Lord, but full team wipe. Full team wipe. Absolutely insane there, T-Rex.
Not like this. Not like this. Not the way I wanted to see it go down. A great finish, and those are normally the exciting